Hi there, welcome to Crypto Studio. Today I want to start another Premiere Pro tutorial, and this time with video effects. As I've mentioned, we want to bring different kinds of video effects into the video to see how they change our video in different kinds of ways. So let's get right to it. As you can see, I brought a video which is the video of mine into the Premiere Pro, and I want to start with the first video effect. But before going to the video effects part, you should know that you have to come to the effects folder first, and when you come to the list, you can see something like video effects in here, and then I open that. The first effect is actually let me make it a bit bigger. The first effect is actually called adjust. This is the first folder available into the video effects part. When I open that, there are 4 effects into this adjust folder for changing your video adjustment actually. So if you bring extract on the layer, the video layer, you see what happens. Something like a black and white shape happens on your video. But what is that for? I personally don't do anything with such effects actually. If you wanted to make something black or white, this is up to you. If you want to have a very special effect in this shape, you can bring it into your video and do different kinds of things. For example, you can come let me clean this, and I come to the extract. Yes, you can see that we have black input level and white input level. If I play with them, you can see the black and white are changing, and actually the black input level is being increased like this, and even you can increase the white input level, so you can somehow keep it where you want. If you want to have a very special effect, if you want to have something with high amount of black color or low amount of white, or vice versa, this is possible for you to do such a thing. Or even you can change the softness like this. It depends all on you. For example, if you want to change some special effects on videos like this to make it somehow like a kind of night vision video, for example, if you want to show that you are filming in a night vision way, maybe this effect can help you. You can even reset all of these things, or you can start masking even. As I've mentioned you in previous video, you can do masking in every frames, in every videos with different kinds of effects. For example, I want to start doing this around my own face. So this is what happens when I close the mask. Something like this happens, and you can just drag it in the way that you want, or any case that you desire, whatever, and you can make it somehow like this to make it somehow, I don't know, effective, a kind of effect like that. So when I play the video, you see that it is moving something like, but maybe you ask yourself that this mask is somehow fixed and it doesn't move with my face. Let me tell you in here, maybe I will tell you in detail that how to make your mask move with the face or move with the object that you have masked on. This is easy. You can come to this part, which is the mask path, and then you can come to the beginning where you started the mask, and you start doing that, and all the keyframes are happening automatically on your video until the time that the video stops. So this is a time-consuming procedure. I will stop it up to here, and as you can see that I have different kinds of keyframes automatically in here, and they are all keyframed by itself automatically. When I play my video from here, then you can see that the mask is moving with my face as well, because my face was moving and the mask was fixed, and in this case I could make it move. But actually you can see I just made it move just this amount, not more. I stopped it somehow. As you can see, the mask is moving with my face until the time that the keyframes are stopped. You can let the procedure go till the end, and until the end of your video all the masks and all the places move with the face, or move with the object that you have masked before. So this is the first element, this is the first effect you can put on your video to make it somehow like a night vision, or make it black and white, but not like normal black and white in lumetric color. Let me show you that, then I will tell you completely what lumetric colors do. But here we are into the video effects first, and if I delete this extraction, and if I come to the color, let me change this face actually. So let me come to the color, and as you can see in this part, you can just make it black and white, and this is the normal black and white that you can see happens on for your video by just bringing the saturation to 0. But normally it is on 100, and that is the normal color range for your video, and you can bring it down to make it black and white. But that black and white that I showed you in extraction, was that called extraction? Let me check your extract, I think. Yes, extract, actually it is called extract, not extraction. It reminded me of the movie played with Chris Hammer's Extraction, but not that. So if we get back to the editing, and we have the second one as levels, we bring levels, we will drag it onto the video part, and you can see lots of great options start happening. One of them is, actually they are RGB settings. You know, RGB stands for red, green, blue, and even you can change all these elements separately. R for red, G for green, and B for blue. If you have some colors like red, green, and blue into your video, you can change the numbers, and you can see the effects, how nice the effects will be. So for that, let me show you what happens first. Something that I understood really beautifully from here. You can bring something like a negative effect from Premiere Pro directly to your video, but in level section, actually, you can change these numbers, and you make a negative effect for your video as well. Coming to the black output and white output, actually, if you drag black output to the highest amount, and you drag a white output to the lowest amount, as you can see that I have made a kind of negative effect. So like before, I can make a mask again around it, and I can put some keyframes, so the negative effect is actually working well on your video like this, by changing these two elements, which are the white and black outputs. So you can come to different kinds of parts again if you have different colors like red, blue, and green, and by changing these numbers, you can give different kinds of effects like white input, which is the brightness, somehow like a brightness, and the black input, which is making the black color somehow darker, and something like that. So imagine that I have a kind of picture like this. I will bring it. Oops, it didn't come actually. Yep, I bring it here. As you can see, there is a picture like that. It has both blue and green. Now I want to make my green somehow effective, and I want to make my blue somehow effective. So what can I do? You can easily come to the crop part, for example. You can or mask. It is not even to bring a crop effect on your video. So first we bring levels on that, and then we come to the mask part, and we can, for example, mask this part as our green color, and then we come to the green, which is G. As you can see, all these G parts: G black input level, G white input level, black input level, and different kinds of things. So I will do playing with these numbers, then you can see how the effects can happen on the video or the picture even. So by doing this, you can give different kinds of effects to the green part. Again, by mask, I can choose this part, for example, and in the blue part, I can change my blue somehow effective like this. If you can see, the blue is somehow alive rather than this blue. So you can do all these things on your picture and video easily. Then you can see we have red part. If you have any red part, you can bring level on your layer and change these numbers to see how effective can your video be. And let's go to the next one, which is lighting effects. So let me delete this and go back to my video, and I take levels as well, and I take lumetric color as well, so there's nothing else in the video, and I bring lighting effects on that. So lighting effect gives you a beautiful effect like the sunlight effect from any side of your video that you want. As you can see, there's a kind of sunlight effect from the left corner top side of my video, and it is giving the light from that side to me, and the other parts, I mean like here, they are somehow darker, because normally if it is not available, you see, So for that, when I come to light 1, I don't know what light 2, 3, 4, 5 do, but for me the first important part is light 1, because we can do whatever we want on this section. And in here you can just change the place of your sun. Actually, let me call it sunlight, up, down, right, left. You can even make it severe or no. You can bring it to the center, you can bring it back. The place that it was by default was great. And even the angle, you can change the angle of that, and normally you can click on it, so there will be blue lines around, and do whatever you want, or make it even turn or smaller, make it bigger, or anything like that. But changing the numbers are really better than playing with that blue line, because while you see the numbers you can actually know how exactly you're changing your frames and your effects. So imagine they are all in default situation, and I want to make my sunlight moving somehow in a kind of sunset and sunrise, for example. This is again the keyframing, and I've brought it, for example, on my video. We put keyframes on center, major radius and minor radius, for example, and we go a bit forward and we play with the numbers. For example, I bring the sun from left to the right, and then I want it be brighter, and then I want to be disappeared again from left, but with this amount. So let's go back to see what happened. You see, if I play the video, somehow it must start the keyframing. As you can see, it was so fast, but I can somehow make it slower, for example. As you can see, the sunlight is somehow changing. Or even you can change the angle. I can keyframe angle if I come to the first part, and I keyframe angle, and I come to the next part, the last part of my keyframe, and I change the angle even. So as you can see, the video can go and the angle is changing. Or even you can bring this one down, or make it something like lighter, like this, for example. As you can see, the sunlight is somehow moving. It's up to you. It's all on you. If you want to bring the sun a bit lower, you can do that. If you want to take it higher, you can do that. I just brought it something like that. It's a fast editing. You can play with these keyframing, and you can play with these numbers to get the best result for yourself. And this lighting gives beautiful effects of sunlight to your nature videos, maybe. Then that's it for the actually lighting effects. And the last one is ProcAmp. So ProcAmp, something like that, is written. So I will delete this lighting keyframe and I bring ProcAmp on the video. So what does it do? It has brightness, contrast, hue, and saturation. Something like lumetric color. Actually, this adjust folder for video effect changed the colors, the RGB numbers, and different kinds of lighting effects. Something that you can even do in lumetric color too. In there, you can see we have brightness. You can increase the brightness. You can contrast. You can change the contrast actually. And hue by changing the color, and saturation you can change them. They are all changeable into the lumetric color too. A normal change, by a very easy change, you can come to this section and change your brightness, contrast, hue, and saturation by ProcAmp effect on your video instead of lumetric color. But I prefer lumetric color more. I can find, I think, lighting effect and level effect more useful, and somehow extract, if I want to give points to this video effects based on my needs, I will give the best mark to the lighting effects and levels, and then to extract and ProcAmp. Thanks for joining Crypto Studio. Wait for other videos next week for different other aspects of video effecting and different elements of video effecting and other features of Premiere Pro. Don't forget to subscribe me. Have a good day.